Hey, this is Chris Batson. Just want to give a major shout out to BLUNTIQ.com. And we're good. We're live. Let's go.
She left the mind in New Orleans in the passenger of a Maverick.
Right. I produce, I write, I songwrite. I started when I was like 11 years old, so I've been doing it for a while now. Yeah, so just been doing it for a while, man. Just been working. Really, it started when I was in Orlando, and I walked into a studio where my friends were producing. It was like the first time I ever walked into a studio, and then from then on, I was just like, yo, this is like what I have to do. Like this is what I'm meant for. You know what I mean? That kind of feeling. So from there on out, I just found the program I wanted to rock with, and just really went from there. I produce mainly for myself. I feel like my sound is like a little bit more unique, and it's a little bit left field. So when I produce, I usually produce for myself, but I'm always open to producing for other people if it's an option. You know what I mean? But when I do produce, I usually try to do it for myself. Yeah, we got lost along the way is like a super personal record. Uh, Something that we did probably like 2, 3 years ago. The songs were actually written 2, 3 years ago, and you know, when I came to LA, we just decided to like drop it. My management and I, we just sat down and listened to all the tracks, and we're just going for a more personal kind of vibe, and that's like what we really stuck with, and that's like to this day the most like effective thing for me. Um, so yeah, it's a really personal record, a lot of personal songs on there from like real life experiences, and it's just a lot of people tell me it's a classic. So yeah, for sure. We're working on the album right now, the up and coming album, and it's completely done, and we're just pushing things right now. The single's gonna be out pretty soon, probably end of May, early June. So it's looking pretty good. It's called I Know, and yeah, the up and coming album is gonna be pretty incredible. I'm pretty excited about it. Honestly, it's just a bigger sound. It's just like a way bigger sound, and we brought in executive producers to produce it up. I did all the original production, but you know, to build up the sound and to really like make it sonically right, um, we brought in executive producers, Tanashi Sabanda and the Monsters and the Strangers, um, and they just killed it. They killed every aspect of it, and it just sounds way bigger. The songwriting is still incredible. It's still very personal on a very high level, but it's still Chris Batson, and you can still tell that the the Chris Batson sound is still there. Yeah. Um, the album, the album really is just mainly me. I feel like for the most part, I wanted to keep it just me since it's my first introduction to the world, and I really wanted to keep it pretty personal. So it's really just me throughout the whole way. Yeah. The whole EP After Everything Fades, we dropped that about a year ago, a year and a half maybe, and really I just came to LA. I was still in Orlando at the time, but I just had moved to LA. Was just relocating, and basically my management just put us together and was like, thought it was a good idea and thought we sounded really well together, and the whole process was pretty fun, man. It's my dude. Like, much love to Cleo Thomas for real. And the song "Ride" is it's a little bit more upbeat. It's a little bit more like a little bit different from like what I usually do, but um, it's still like has the Chris Batson elements in the sense that I produced it, and even the verses that I dropped were still a little bit personal. So I mean, that was definitely a good period of time, man. Like one of the best like periods of my life. Period. Just working with him and just seeing how he does things. So it's pretty interesting. I'm working on features right now. Like we just dropped Dream World, just a song we put out there with Phil Ade. Much love to him, man. Like he killed the verse. Um, so right now we're just working, man. Any features that come my way, I'm always open to. I'm always down to do it. But for the most part, I try to keep things in a tight knitted circle and you know, just whatever features come my way, I'm down to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going out of my way to do anything crazy, but you know, yeah, yeah. Man, some of the people that I just look up to in general and that I would love to work with, man, like I love Kanye, I love Drake, um, Bon Iver, Kings of Leon, Coldplay, Chris Martin, those guys, like they're incredible. The Lumineers, they're amazing. Trying to think of anybody else. Common, just people that I grew up around and that, you know, influenced my whole style in general. I definitely want people to take away the fact that, well, being that I've gone through so much things and I put it in my music so often, like I want people to just take away that at the end of the day, even though things might not be going the way you want it to right now, I really just want people to take it away the fact that it's going to be okay at the end of the day. Because when I was going through it and when I was in my depression or whatever it was, like, you know, the main thing that got me by was the fact that, like, hey, it might get better. You know, it might get better, and that like really drove me to do some things and just took me to the next level. So that's what exactly that's really what I want people to take away from my music, man. That the fact that it's gonna be like okay at the end of the day, and that it might get better. Man, honestly, I wrote that song probably like a month or two ago, and I produced it. I wrote it, and really, the whole time of No Love Lost, No Love Found was just like, you know, we know this isn't working out, but it's like it's no love lost, no love found. Like it's not like it's not gonna affect me. It's all good at the end of the day, kind of thing. So that's like a little bit behind the track, and you know, we're probably gonna release that pretty soon. So it's looking good. It's one of my favorite tracks, period. So man, that's a hard one. I feel like at the end of the day, production is what I started with, and it's what I love to do the most. I think it comes the most naturally to me. I think it's just the easiest thing for me. Like songwriting is cool. I love it, but like the thing that comes the most easy to me is just sitting on my keyboard with my laptop and just making music and making beats and stuff like that. It's just the most enjoyable thing for me. One of the things that I'm like really starting to love too is like just performing, like live performing. It's like I never thought I would really love it that much. I never thought that was like my thing or what I would love to do, but like it's kind of like addicting, you know what I mean? Like you get on stage and you just get to connect with people in that kind of way. So um, live performing, I think, is like one of the major things that might take the place of my love for production. But yeah, those are like the two things. Yeah, man, and I also just want to give like a major shout out to you guys for supporting music, BLUNTIQ.com. You guys have always been a huge support, and really, if you want to find me, if you want to look me up, you could go to my website, chrisbatsonmusic.com. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's Chris Batson, and on Twitter, it's cbatsonmusic. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Thank you.